Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. We are here, session 2, Vedic Cosmology, according to Srimad Bhagavatam. Here we will discuss about Vedic time. Time is cyclic in nature, and it's too complex according to Hinduism, and time is relative. That's what Einstein had said. Time is relative. Time is not constant in the entire universe. If you move from planet to planet, the time is different from one planet to another planet. And I think uh, Hinduism and Srimad Bhagavatam and various Vedas, especially the Rig Veda, it already mentions that time is relative and time is cyclic in nature. So let's see what we have here according to Hinduism, Vedic time. So first of all, the time is basically divided into 4 yugas, as you can see from the picture: Satyuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, and Kali Yuga. All these 4 yugas together is called Chatur Yuga or Maha Yuga. Now you need to remember this word Chatur Yuga or Maha Yuga. Maha Yuga consists of these 4 yugas: Krita Yuga, or it is also known as Sat Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, and Kali Yuga. It is also known as Chatur Yuga. Let's see the further part of it. Now here you can see Krita Yuga, which is also known as Sat Yuga, the human years. For how long Sat Yuga lasts? It lasts around 17 lakhs 28,000 years, and the ratio is four times of this value here. Okay, so 17 lakhs 28,000 years Sat Yuga lasts, that many number of years. Treta Yuga is 3 times of this value, which is 12 lakh 96,000 years. Dwapar Yuga lasts for 8 lakh 64,000 years, whereas Kali Yuga is just 4 lakhs 32,000 years. So one Chatur Yuga, which is also known as Maha Yuga, it consists of around 43 lakhs 20,000 human years. If you just add them all, you will get around 43 lakhs 20,000 human years, and this is called as one Chatur Yuga or one Maha Yuga. The ages, now there is a very important thing mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam. As we move from Satyuga to Kali Yuga, there is a gradual decline of dharma, wisdom, knowledge, intellectual capabilities, lifespan, and physical strength all gets degraded. So according to Darwin's theory of evolution, these things improves with time, but that's not true. That's not what Vedic cosmology and Vedic time tells us. It tells that it declines the dharma, knowledge, intellectual capability, all this declines from Satyuga to Kali Yuga. Let's see the next part of it. From this picture, you can see Satyuga is also known as Golden Age, or Treta Yuga is called Silver Age, Dwapar Yuga is called Bronze Age, and Kali Yuga is called as Iron Age. And on the next row, you can see the number of year that particular yuga lasts. 17 lakhs 28,000 is Satyuga, 12 lakhs 96,000 Treta Yuga, 8 lakhs 64,000 Dwapar Yuga, and 4 lakhs 32,000 Kali Yuga. Now, climate means the people's behavior in that particular yuga. So in Satyuga, people are very, like, truth-speaking people, very virtuous people, I will say. Whereas in Treta Yuga, there is a 3/4 of virtuous and 1/4 of sin is there. Whereas in Dwapar Yuga is 1/2 virtue and 1/2 is sin. That is 50-50%. Whereas in Kali Yuga, this is 1/4 of virtue will be left, and 3/4 will be the sin. That means more people are going to commit more sin. Whereas human stature, here in Golden Age, mostly the people used to be very tall, 21 cubits, 14 cubits in Treta Yuga, and in Kali Yuga is just 3.5 cubits. Human lifespan, Golden age, lakhs of years, people used to live for lakhs of years, and that death used to occur only when they willed. Lifespan in Treta Yuga was 10,000 years, whereas lifespan in Dwapar Yuga is 1,000 years, and lifespan of a human or a person in Kali Yuga is 100 to 120 years, which is still declining. Right? Let's move on to the next slide of it. Now let's talk about the time of Devas, the cosmic year. 1 day of Devas is 1 human year. That means 360 days of a human is equivalent to 1 day of Devas. Right? 1 month of Devas is 30 days of Deva, or like 30 days is comprised of a month of Deva, and whereas 12 months of the Devas is comprised as 1 year of the Deva. So the lifespan of Deva is 100 years of the Devas. So that is equivalent to 12 multiplied by 30 multiplied by 1 and multiplied by 100. That gives you 36,000 human year. That means 100 year of Devas will be equivalent to 36,000 human years. Okay. So I think it's very interesting. Let's move on to the next concept. The next time given in Vedic cosmology in Srimad Bhagavatam is Kalpa. It's a cosmic day of Brahma, the creator who creates this universe. So 1 Kalpa is 1,000 chatur yuga. Okay, it is also known as maha yuga. Just 1 Kalpa. 1 Kalpa consists of a day, not night. So if I am going to consider day and night of a Brahma, it becomes 2 Kalpa. Okay, so 2 Kalpa means 2,000 chatur yuga. Now let me go back and let me tell you chatur yuga one more time. Chatur yuga is, now 1 chatur yuga is 43,20,000 human years. Now 1,000 chatur yugas, okay, of in 1 Kalpa. So that means how many human years? Let's see. Here is the calculation I have given. So a day of Brahma is 1 Kalpa, which is equivalent to 1,000 chatur yuga. Now 1 chatur yuga is 43,20,000 human years. So 1 Kalpa is 1,000 chatur yuga, which is also known as maha yuga. So just multiply that with 1,000. 1,000 multiplied by 43,20,000, which gives you about 4.3 billion human years. So 1 Kalpa, 1 day of Brahma, okay, is equivalent to 4.3 billion years of human, or maybe 4.3 billion human years. That is the ratio. Let's move on and let's talk about now. Interesting point. 4.3 billion. We need a ruler to rule this period. It's a long period. 4.3 billion year is not a short period. So this 4.3 billion years, or maybe you can say 1,000 chatur yuga, is divided, okay, among 14 manvantra. So 14 manvantra, it is divided into 14 manvantra. So 1,000 chatur yuga divided by 14 gives you 71 chatur yuga. That means 1 manvantara is equivalent to 71 chatur yuga. You can see here on bottom I have given. So 1 manvantara is equivalent to 71 chatur yuga. So we can calculate, chatur yuga is 1 chatur yuga is 43,20,000. So 43,20,000 multiplied by 71. This gives you around 30.6 crores. Okay, 30.6 crores is 1 manvantara. I hope you're getting it. Okay, so in 1 Kalpa, there are 14 manvantara, and 1 manvantara is equivalent to 30.6 crore human years. Every manvantara is ruled by Manu. I have already discussed about various Manus in the previous session. There are 14 Manus. After every manvantara, there is a partial destruction. It's called pralay. So pralay happens after, it's a not pralay, I will say it's a transition period is there from one manvantra to another manvantra. Okay, so let's move on and see a little bit more about 14 manvantra. I have already discussed about 14 manvantra in the previous session, but still here I am giving you. So the very first Manu, uh, uh, was the ruled the first manvantra period, and his name was Swambhu Manu. He was the son of the self-born, and so on. We have many Manus like Uttama, Tamasa, Raivata, and so on. Vaivasvata is the currently we currently live here, and he is the son of God, and he is the ruler. Vaivasvata Manu. He is our current ruler. Now, one manvantra is equivalent to 71 cycle of chatur yuga. I hope you are understanding. One manvantra is 71 chatur yuga. One chatur yuga is 43 lakhs 20,000 human year. So multiplied by 71 gives you 30.6 crores human years is equivalent to one manvantra, and this one manvantra is ruled by one Manu. And once this is over, like 30.6 crore years is over, there is a pralay, and then after that a new creation happens, and then another Manu who rules it. I hope you're getting it. Let's move on to the next part. Now let's talk about Brahma's lifespan. What we discussed before, or on the previous slide, we discussed about just one day, that is called as one Kalpa. But Brahma's life constitute of like one day and one night is just in one particular day. He consists of day and night. So let's talk in more detail on the next slide. So Brahma's lifespan is again 100 years. That is called maha Kalpa. Okay, and each year consists of 360 days and 360 nights. That's very important. So 360 days and 360 nights are there in every year. So we can calculate 100 years is equal to 360 multiplied by 2, because 360 days and 360 nights are there. Multiplied by 100 comes to 72,000 days and nights. 72,000 days and nights for Brahma's lifespan. In Brahma's lifespan, there are 72,000 days and night. Now you know that one day is 1000 chatur yuga, that is also known as maha yuga. So 100 years of Brahma is equivalent to 72,000 multiplied by 100. Okay, we are not talking about nights over here. Still, we are not talking about the nights. I think yes. So this comes to, yeah, we are talking about it because we just multiplied over here. So we get around, this is the value we get, chatur yugas or maha yuga. Okay. So one chatur yuga, you know that 43 lakhs 20,000 human years. So 100 years of Brahma will be, just multiply this value with this particular value over here. What you get is 311.04 trillion human years. So one Mahakalpa, that is 100 years of Brahma's lifespan, one Mahakalpa, that is equivalent to 100 years of Brahma's life, is equivalent to 311.04 trillion human years. That's a long number of years Brahma lives. And I think this is the reason in every, pictures or TV serials or movies, wherever I have seen, Brahma's beard is always whitish, because he lives for so long and all his hairs are gray. Let's move on and let's have a look at our current Kalpa. So far, 6 manvantra has been passed. We are on Vaivasvata manvantra, that is 7th. It is called Vaivasvata mantra. In this Vaivasvata mantra, 27 chatur yuga has been passed. Okay, and we are currently in 28th chatur yuga. In this 28th Chatur Yuga, Satyuga has been passed, Treta Yuga has been passed, Dwapar Yuga has been passed. We are right now here in Kali Yuga. Okay, and in Kali Yuga, I think 5,100 years have been passed, and as you know, Kali Yuga consists of 4,32,000 years. So we have just started Kali Yuga. It's just a beginning, and I think, as per the Gita, what mentioned in the Gita, in this is called as Ghor Kali Yuga. People will diminish in virtue. They will have no emotion, no physical strength. They will become too lazy. People will run after money. They will accumulate money. This is what is going to happen as per Gita, and we have just started Kali Yuga. Like we have, like just 5,000 years have been passed so far. Now, what are the different types of pralaya? Let's talk about that. There are 4 different types of pralaya. One is Nitya pralaya. Every day we sleep, right? That is called Nitya pralaya. When we sleep, it's completely dark, and the entire world is actually not there for us, and that is called Nitya pralaya. And death is also can be considered as a Nitya pralaya. The next type of pralaya is a Naimittika, end of single day of Brahma. Single day, that means Kalpa, one Kalpa. When one Kalpa of Brahma is over, Naimittika pralaya takes place, and Bhuva, Swaha, that is Bhulok, Bhuvahalok, and Suvahalok. All these 3 lokas disintegrate, is destroyed. Maha pralaya is the great deluge at the end of the age of one Brahma. That means when Brahma completes his 100 years, Maha pralaya takes place, and I think the entire Bhumandala submerged under great ocean, and that's called Maha pralaya. And finally, the last one is Atyantika pralaya. Atyantika pralaya is kind of salvation, I will say, and the attainment of salvation by jiva, like the soul which is there in our body, and after taking so many birth and having so many struggles, we finally realize that what are we doing here, and we try to get salvation and liberation from this attachment and everything, and once we do that, we get salvation, and that's called Atyantika pralaya. When we get salvation or liberation, where we go? We go to Vaikuntha Dham, where Narayana, it's a Narayana's abode. He resides there. It's his place, and Kala Chakra is powerless in Vaikuntha, and hence does not bring about growth, decay, or destruction of anything. So everything, every object, every person, human, whoever lives in Vaikuntha, he never decay or he never get aged. Kal is under control of Sriman Narayan. So in Vaikuntha Dham, the Kal Chakra is completely under control of Sriman Narayan, and Sriman Narayan uses this Kal Chakra to control things according to his own wish. So here is again, you can just go through a small revision of it. Lifetime of one Brahma is 100 years. He lives for 100 years, which is approximately equal to 311.04 trillion years, earthly years. Okay, and in one Kalpa, that is a day, 1 year of Brahma is about 710 Kalpas. One Kalpa is about 1000 Chatur Yugas. Okay, there we have manvantra, and after that we have maha yugas, which is about 43,20,000 earthly years, and in Satyuga the total number of years is about 17,28,000. In Treta Yuga is 12,96,000. Dwapar Yuga is 8,64,000. and Kali Yuga is 4,32,000. That's it. This is the end of Vedic time. I hope you have got some knowledge about it. So let's say Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.